Ministry of Education has agreed to use a few classrooms as an experiment for every student to have a tablet as a learning tool. Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, we will focus on creative inventions. And patience is a virtue, especially when you're a teacher. Tips for teachers to kick back into school gear. 15 on 15 starts right now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Technology has the ability to enhance our lives in more ways than one. Currently, the Ministry of Education is discussing opportunities for devices and gadgets to enhance the learning experience for students on the island. Policymakers from the Ministry of Education decided to allow a few classrooms on the island to be an experiment for every student in the class to have a tablet as a learning tool.
We are very excited. We have a commitment with education in all the region, and of course we want to make a project here in Aruba, and that's the main reason we are here with the ministry to present our project, and we hopefully have 2 schools very soon with these classrooms.
Representatives from the Samsung Enterprise for Latin America sat down with the Minister of Education, Michelle Hoiberg-Winkler, to explore the possibilities of incorporating tablets within classrooms in Aruba. Through technology, students will be able to enjoy an enhanced way of learning.
It's a technological classroom with 31 tablets with a smart board, and the software is Samsung School, and that's going to help the teachers to improve their classroom, their classes, the different way.
School curriculums needs to remain relevant in order to capture the students' attention on a daily basis. The objective is to introduce technology into classrooms on Aruba.
We were able to agree on deploying 2 Samsung Smart Classrooms in Aruba, and essentially what we're looking to do is increase student engagement in the classroom and improve test scores. The technology lends itself to give the teacher a lot more control. And you know, kids today are learning differently than 20 years ago. So the technology is going to allow them to consume the information in the way that they want to do it. And we're very excited. It's proven to be very successful all over the world, and we want to bring it to the Caribbean. And Aruba is one of those test markets for us, so we're excited about it.
And in other local news, this is Montplaisir's Bases and Cloitre School's first time implementing the Papiamento language as a course in the classrooms. Here are some tips for teachers to put into practice in order to help students learn a new language.
So make sure that the students get a good foundation and they succeed in Papiamento and they succeed in Dutch. This is the best way to get the students to be able to perform well in the Netherlands is to start them in Papiamento, then go to Dutch. But also to make sure that the students of Aruba never hate Dutch. We want them to love Dutch. So they begin Dutch with spelend onderwijs, playing in Dutch, and then after that they start to get an ear for Dutch, they have to be able to speak Dutch. Then after they've learned to read and write in Papiamento, they can learn to read and write in Dutch. So it's about going step by step, not jumping.
For students to learn a new language could be a lengthy process, so patience is key here.
If we jump, some people can jump, but not everybody can jump. We want to make sure that the school is not just helping the 5% of people who can jump. We want to make sure the school is also helping the 95% of people that have to go one step at a time.
And don't go anywhere, because when we come back, it is all about inventions. We'll show you an invention that keeps your fingers clean during a chicken wing and nacho feast. Also, another invention that allows you to see results right away every single time after a workout. And we will also get into how there is such thing as working out too much. Stay with us. Welcome back from the break. We're starting off today's lifestyle segment on genius inventions. So for the first one, imagine this: eating chicken wings, fries, and Cheetos without getting your fingers dirty at all. There is now a way for that to happen. Take a look.
It's within us all. The ideal version of ourselves. The power to attain it starts with seeing that it's there. Introducing Athos. Apparel that records the data of your body in motion, interpreting and personalizing it in real time, translating movement into meaning so you can fine-tune with precision and take guided steps towards your goals. Every movement, muscle exertion, breath, and heartbeat recorded and clearly analyzed. So you know at a glance that you're training right. And be inspired to compete as you never imagined, against your rivals or yourself. Athos. Upgrade your gear, upgrade yourself.
For any of you who knows anything about working out, the most frustrating part isn't waiting to use the equipment at the gym, but it is seeing results. It just takes too long to see those results. Just imagine how gratifying it would be if we were able to see the results after every single workout. Now we can.
Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Eric, and these are Trongs, the utensil that stands like a tripod.
So they're easy to pick up
and put back down.
Trongs are great for eating messy so-called finger foods.
Like buffalo wings.
And barbecue ribs.
Trongs' teeth tear wings apart.
And they rip ribs right off the rack.
Trongs are awesome for eating sushi.
Trongs are like chopsticks on steroids.
And the best part is,
your fingers stay clean. I know what some of you are thinking. Getting messy is part of the fun of eating wings.
But sometimes getting messy is just downright annoying.
But now, when you use Trongs, you can pick up your beverage between bites.
Free up your fingers for texting.
Keep a pair of Trongs in the kitchen.
Trongs are perfect for breading chicken cutlets.
I used to use a fork.
Get the fork out of here. Now you just grip it, dip it, flip it.
And the best part is,
your fingers stay clean.
Now, speaking of working out, here is a quick note for you. A study took a look at how dangerous it is to exercise too hard. The latest insights show there are scary consequences of overdoing it at the gym. Of course, you know exercise is absolutely vital to your health, but a growing body of research indicates that there might be a point at which it stops being beneficial and starts increasing your odds of heart problems or even an early death. Latest findings suggest that exercising too much may increase your risk of dying from cardiovascular disease. The idea of how much exercise is too much has been a hot topic lately, so make sure to never overdo it. Let's take a quick break. This is what's coming up next. Being a teacher requires a tremendous amount of patience. On Thursday, it was the first day of school. Usually, the focus shifts to how students prepare for the school year. But what about the only adult in the classroom? How do they mentally prepare to educate a full class? Let's find out. Children in elementary school have a lot of energy. Their minds are always working. They need a teacher who can keep up. Muriel Rose Brown, a sixth grade teacher, explains what she does to kick back into school year every summer.
I try to read a lot during my free time, whenever I get that. And I try to share things or get ideas from colleagues, because I think that you never stop growing as a teacher. You have to accept that what works for this class may not work for another class, and that as time passes and our kids grow up in a different environment, that it's going to take some change of you as a person too, to grow with the time.
To prepare for the very next day, Miss Rose has one solid tip for adults and children alike.
I believe that getting enough sleep is important for every single person, not only for our kids to go to bed at early to get enough sleep, but I think also for us adults. I mean, we all need a good rest to be able to concentrate well and think well the next day at our work or our school.
The sixth grade teacher reveals her thoughts on incorporating technology into her classroom. She provides small examples as to how she is already doing it.
Well, I do believe that we have to go with time. So in class, I try to incorporate some use of electronics. We do use a beamer to show our kids news, the Jeugdjournaal. So when we start, because we don't have it right now yet, but as soon as we have internet connection, we're going to be starting daily looking at the news with the kids again. We work with a Dutch reading program that is also digital. So it's every week there's a new news that the kids look at, and of that news there's a written text that we have to read together and answer questions. So it's reading comprehension.
That is all the time we have for now. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back here on Monday night starting at 7:15 p.m. right here on Channel 15 ATV with all the latest in lifestyle topics and with the latest on the island. So be sure to tune in. We'll see you then.